customary to whoever's going to throw up today, and one of us will probably me. You have to film it in slow motion.
I'd say I'm pretty clueless when it comes to sea fishing, so to me catching bluefin tuna sounds like something you'd have to go far abroad to do. So when rumours of huge numbers of tuna sighted off the Cornish coast started to echo through our circles, somehow it seemed difficult to believe. Nonetheless, it sounded a great day out, and conveniently, our good friend Viv Shears has become very involved in this sector, so we booked ourselves a trip to find out a bit more. Meeting down in Penzance on a beautifully still early September morning, we met with Viv, Harry and Skipper Rob for a quick briefing before setting off in search of bluefin tuna.
Do you think you need to make this a little bit shorter?
This is Harry. Harry prepares the rods and keeps everything organised for the guests.
That'd be great if it
Slide this back to there.
You wind, like, you know, like you're pumping a conger reel. You wind
down
on the downstroke and always stop the reel hand.
This is Rob, the skipper of the boat.
And go at the top. So when you come back and you start winding again, you're not trying to pull the handle. You've just got that immediate inertia. You can just wind from the top of the reel.
So every time handle will top.
Yeah, you'll pick it in. Yeah, quick.
The trouble is now I feel guilty if only me get to go. So because Viv's here, we'll have to catch loads now.
It's very self-explanatory. It doesn't matter how many times we go, oh, we'll do it like this, we'll do it like that. When that run goes off, you'll all just stand there and go,
You see that rod hooked, isn't it?
I was intrigued to how you go about catching these fish when Harry appeared with what they call a spreader bar, which trails a chain of lures to imitate a shoal of squid on the surface. Trailing behind this spreader bar is the bait lure, which imitates a straggler, struggling to keep up with the shoal. So the tuna see that from below and attack the straggler to strategically hit it without dispersing the shoal attached along the spreader bar. So the hunt is now on. We're now looking for any signs of tuna or bait fish, which are often identified by sightings of birds that are dive bombing into the water. Viv was also describing some tuna activity to look like enormous areas of eruptions beneath the surface where the tuna were attacking bait fish. That just goes to show just how many there are to create this disturbance, and it's something that we really wanted to experience on our trip. We were barely a mile from land before we noticed dolphins breaching the surface. This alone was something that I thought would be a rare sight this close to our UK coastline. It became apparent that dolphin sightings were not going to be a rare sight on this trip. We were spotting loads all around the boat. We were told to keep our eyes peeled because large numbers of dolphin could also be feeding on the same fish as the tuna. We'd been out for 5 or 6 hours and now about 20 miles out at sea. Whilst we'd seen plenty of dolphin, we were still yet to see any signs of bluefin tuna. We were all scanning the horizon for any signs when Rob had a call from another boat who had hooked a couple. He wasted no time and put the hammer down in that direction. On the way, we saw a few signs and slowed the boat to troll the lures in the hope for a random bite, but it seemed like these shoals were staying low, feeding on fish deeper in the water. That was until one rod burst into life and chaos on the boat erupted. Andy was first into the sea.
Well, it does take time, it will go. It will go. Try and get it out of the chest.
Yeah.
My head will bounce out the head on Yeah, 1 or 2.
10th one right late was just like, oh,
Yeah.
my turn, isn't it?
How you feeling, Chip? It feels so bad!
Blind, yeah.
Hold it there.
Just get ready. We've got an hour, you've got one yet. Great man.
This was a small fish by their standards, but it set our expectations for what else we could possibly bump into. This fish, at about 150 to 200 pound, was unhooked, tagged and released before getting back on with the search for hopefully something much bigger. We were all having a lovely day with the exception of Chip, who had become a shell of a man. The crew by this point referred to his lifeless carcass as Sick Boy. The poor chap had been blowing his soul into the ocean since 8 AM. We came across a huge number of diving birds and lots of surface disturbance, exactly what we're looking for. Matt was next in the sea. This time I sent the drone up to film it from the air. However, before they could get the other lines in, another rod was away, so we had a double hook on. Matt set about doing battle with his fish, whilst the other fish peeled hundreds of metres of line from the spool of the other rod. Knowing it was my turn next, every passing minute seemed like another 100 metres of line that I'd soon have to reel all the way back in. What a stitch up. Fish that are caught are brought up alongside the boat to unhook, measure and tag the fish before allowing the fish to recover and releasing them. This was a better fish at about 300 pounds, so we took a few shots and set about doing battle with the other one. It was time for the big dog to get in the sea.
We've got Penzance, the guns, the farmer's guns in action. Oh, that's good. You ain't got far to reel in. We're going to watch a film.
This fish was miles away, but there was no way I was going to be beaten by a big wet fish.
Honestly, that is miles away. It's the right person in the chair. Look at the guns on him. He laughs at things like this. Like, yeah, I'll get this in.
I set about reeling and reeling and reeling and reeling. I found it really easy.
Well, he's got to have a go next.
When I finally managed to get this fish in, it wasn't a whopper, so we got the fish sorted and set about getting back over the fish so Sick Boy could have a go. The birds were still giving away the area and we were soon trolling the lures back over the spot. It didn't take long to get another hit, but frustratingly, that one didn't stay on.
They're all off.
But that didn't matter, because we were soon away again. Chip looked thrilled to see this fish stealing line from the reel whilst the other lines were brought in. And to avoid him chundering on everything during the battle, the rod was put in the gunnel so he could play the fish standing.
Like yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a fantastic way to finish the day. Having all had experience catching bluefin tuna off the coast of Cornwall, we made our way back to the harbour, which just leaves us to say thank you to Viv, Rob and Harry for having us. We'll definitely be back for more next year. You can find out more about UK tuna fishing and booking a trip with Rob on the Eloise by visiting www.catchbluefintuna.com. And for those tuna heads watching, check out tunatackle.co.uk. This is Viv's online shop supplying the UK market with top-end tuna tackle and much more about fishing for bluefin tuna in the UK. Finally, if you've enjoyed this video, then you can share your support by subscribing to the BP Milling YouTube channel so you never miss another one. Thank you for watching.